Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Are in the cabin to help you.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to another episode of Microsoft What's in 2024. So we're doing a flight today from the lovely Stansted over to Nice Airport. The first time I've ever flown to Nice, so it'll be a nice little flight. For those of you who don't know where Nice is, it's down in Monaco, just on the south of France. We are on the VATSO network tonight. We've got a slight change to the call sign tonight, so I wonder how many times we'll get it wrong this evening. Feel free to say hi in the chat, everyone, and good evening. Hope you're all well. So as you see, we're on stand 12 right here at Stansted. Like I say, we are on the VATSO network. There's not really any other traffic on this apron, but there is on the other apron. Unfortunately, there's no ground control at Stansted. However, we will be going over to London Control very shortly. So there's about 5 aircraft on, well, 4 aircraft on stand at Stansted at the moment. So we'll quickly just run through the flight plan and then we'll get cracking. If I'm honest, I've not got anything set up yet, so it's going to be pretty much a cold and dark setup, apart from the fact the IRSs are aligning in the background. So let's show the operational flight plan. So you can see we're in the EasyJet A319 today. We've got a call sign of Easy45 Papa.
May I see your boarding pass?
We've got a cost index of 58, a flight level of 370. En route time is around 1 hour 40 minutes, I believe, and block to block times 2 hours 10, I think, from memory. Zero fuel weight 55.8 tons. We are not anywhere near the maximum takeoff weight. And we probably will be above maximum landing weight for our arrival if anything should go wrong. So expecting a runway 22 departure today here at Stansted. Nerbo 1 Romeo departure. And then into Nice, we're expecting runway 22 left. So there's 2 runways there at Nice. Like I said, I've never flown there before, so it'll be a complete treat for all of us. Distance overall 722 miles. On the screen it may say slightly different. Block fuel of 7.4, but we'll run through all this as we go forward. We'll have a quick look at the weather as well for Stansted. Let's have a look at the weather and ATIS. So latest ATIS Stansted information is Juliet. Time 1820, runway 22 in use, transition level 70. Winds 240 at 12 knots, visibility is good. No cloud detected. Temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. QNH 1014. So we'll just adjust that on our side here. And that is pretty much it. So let's jump back into the flight deck and carry on setting the overhead up. So we get the fuel pumps on the line. We need to enable. Oh, don't need the APU on at the moment. We'll put some nav lights on. We don't actually need a logo, we just need the navigation lights, that's all. We'll leave the seatbelt signs off for the minute just because we're refueling, I believe. Which we are, so. Feel free to say evening in the chat, guys. Like I say, I thought I was going to be starting a little bit later today. I had someone picking someone up from Facebook Marketplace, so. But chances are that wasn't the problem. Ah, so Stansted Tower's just come online now, so that is ideal. 123805. So that's a bonus. We'll get that tuned into the frequency, then we'll just go through the rest of the setup. There we go. So like I say, QNH 1014 we've already got. We're just
Stansted Tower, very good evening. Ryanair 19 Echo Uniform, stand 43 right, we're 737 800. With information, Juliet, QNH 1014, request departure clearance to Dublin, please.
So, completely windshield system is on. TCAS needs to go to the on position and onto TA.
Welcome on board.
We'll clear the code out of it.
To help us get on our way, Please take your seats.
So initial climb, I believe, is 6,000 for Nervo 1 Romeo.
For others to pass.
4,000.
Space under the seat in front of you for small bags.
So that's the top of the start. Chances are that'll probably change.
If you are sitting in the front
Got 144 passengers, so we've actually got a completely full flight. As you can see, they're just getting on board now as we speak.
smoking is not allowed at any time. This includes vapes and
So we're just going to run through the init page.
Crew are in the cabin to help you.
As you can see, I'll do this down here. So init request on here. Just going to bring up the flight plan. So Tropos 36997. Evening peeps, how are we all doing? There's a few of you online now. We're just getting ourselves all set up and then we'll be ready to depart shortly for our little flight to Nice this evening. 2753. Got a cost index today of 58. Cruise level of 370 and cruise flex temp is -48. Ground temperature is currently 21 degrees Celsius. Nice and warm here in the UK at the minute. IRSs, we'll land them on the reference. Next page.
Stansted Tower, good evening, Ryanair 19 Echo Uniform, today 737-800,
7.5 tons of
Juliet,
fuel.
1014, request departure clearance to Dublin.
Zero fuel weight 55.8, so we'll just get the CG a minute. So that's 28.5. Gives a takeaway over 63.1, which is what we got there. 63.1. Have a landing weight of around just short of 59 tons. There you go, 59 on the nose. So we've got a nice tailwind today. So tail is trip wind is T29. Just see if that changes anything there. We've got an extra 27 minutes, sorry, 34 minutes of fuel extra. We've also got an initial 30 minutes there as well. So there we go. Feel free to say hi in the chat, guys. Hi Alec, how we doing, mate? Hope you're well, buddy. Literally, as I said that, there's your comment there. So we'll just run through our V speeds a minute. Just get that all calculated for today. So what we've got, V1 147, 147 and 151. It's a fairly high speed takeoff really, so we're going to need full length there. So 7,500 is the transition level. We want a flaps 1 and up 0.4. And 68, so up 0.4, 68. So engine out accelerations, just double check them. 1850, 1350, so 1850, that's 13. And that's everything in there. Next thing we need to do is to pop our flight plan in for our destination.
Ryanair 100 Tango, Stansted Tower, good evening, pass message. Ryanair 100 Tango on the maintenance with Juliet 101.
So Echo Golf 00 departure. Like I say, we're expecting runway 22, not 22 center. I don't know why 22 center comes up because it doesn't exist. Neberg 1 Romeo departure. Destination arrival. And then we're expecting ILS 22 left. So there's no ILS for 22 left. We're just going to have a quick look on that. So it looks like it may be an RNAV approach for 22 left. Which it is. So RNAV approach 22 left. On the star that we want is Nissan 7 Tango.
Uniform, 43 right, 737-800, QNH 1014.
Just going to have a quick look on our planning app just to see what that looks like.
Echo Uniform, Stansted Tower, good evening, clear to Dublin, Dugbo 1 Romeo departure, squawk 7665. Côte to Dublin, and the number will maybe a departure, and squawk 7665, runway 19 Echo uniform.
Welcome on board your
Runway 19
EasyJet
Echo uniform,
flight.
correct.
To help us get on our way, please take your seats as quickly as you can, and leave room in the aisle for others to pass. There is a space under the seat in front of you for small bags. If you have larger bags, please put these in the overhead lockers. If you are sitting in the front row or next to
Just
an
make sure we
exit,
got the
you
right.
must put all your bags in the overhead lockers. Smoking is not allowed at any time. This includes vapes and other e-cigarettes. The crew are in the cabin to help you.
Oh, so it looks like it could be quite an interesting approach, this really. Not done many RNAV approaches either, so it could be quite interesting, really. So just gonna have a quick look on the plan a minute and just see how that looks from a visual point of view before I route it out. So initially right turn and left. Just move all the way down a minute. Just want to have a look more at our destination, see how it looks. So there's discontinuity there. We'll have a quick look to see where RLS2 to the left is. So it's on the eastern side. Actually, it looks like it could be quite an interesting approach, this really. So that's all linked up at the moment. Let's go around procedure. Lovely, right. So there we go. So boarding is complete. We'll get the seatbelt signs on. So cockpit preparation checklist: beer pins, iron covers removed, fuel quantity 7.5 tons exactly. Seatbelt on. Adhere set to nav, Barif 1014.
Runway 19 Echo uniform, stand full free right, request push and start. Runway 19 Echo uniform, stand full free right, push and start, approved.
So how are you doing, Alec, mate? Are you keeping well, buddy?
19 Echo uniform.
So that's everything on this end sorted. So we'll do request our clearance, and we'll get the APU running as well. And APU bleed, wonderful. So then, let's have a quick chat with them. Just make sure there's no ground control online.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to your EasyJet flight today.
I'll just let this announcement to get out of the way because I find it very distracting, this announcement.
More about this service, please do not hesitate to ask any of your crew throughout the flight. My name is Norman. It's my pleasure to introduce the rest of the crew today. Working with me at the front, we have Tim, joining you very shortly.
Yeah, I can turn them down a bit.
And working very hard down the back today, we have John.
Stansted Tower, very good evening. Easy 45 Papa is with you on stand 1 to right. We're having an Airbus A319 with information Juliet requesting IFR to Nice, please.
Easy 45 Papa, Stansted ground, correction tower, good evening, clear to Nice, number 1 Romeo departure, score 0262.
Good to Nice, and number 1 Romeo departure 0262, easy 45 Papa.
Easy 45 Papa, just confirm it says 0262 for the squawk.
0262, easy answer, easy 45 Papa. Done it already? Sure, that's what he said.
Easy 45 Papa, correct.
0262's in the box. So let's get ourselves ready for our departure. We're just waiting for the APU. Oh, the APU's already online. Look at that. So we get rid of external power. What we can do now is we can get the beacon on, so that will start getting the tug ready for pushback. So before start, checklist parking brake is set. Take our speeds and thrust 147, 147, 151, thrust of 68. Windows and doors closed. The beacon is on. Before start, checklist complete. So how are we all doing this evening? Feel free to say hello in the comments. Just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to try and put a bit of paper. But... So I'm a little bit worried about the call sign tonight because we've been so used with Easy. It's going to be a bit with the 97. It's going to be a bit of a strange one with 4-5 Papa. So we'll see how we go. The Stansted Tower, Easy 4-5 Papa is ready for push and start. Stand 1-2 right.
Easy 4-5 Papa, stand 1-2 right, push and start approved onto Alpha East.
Push start approved Alpha East, Easy 4-5 Papa. So, we'll get GSX warmed up.
Radar 100, Tango ready for taxi.
So we want...
Radar 100, Tango just stand by, I'm just waiting for your clearance from London.
Just double check that it's definitely Alpha East that we're going on. So at the minute there's no ATC for our destination airport, however that could change as we all know. So I'm just going to double check, yeah, so Alpha East, yeah.
Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes released, clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Start sequence 1 and 2, starting 1.
Sierra Charlie, Charlie Hotel and Sierra. South Golden Point Sierra 1 runway 22 via Charlie Hotel and Sierra Ryanair 19 Echo Uniform.
Push your seat table, put the armrest down, open the window blinds, and fasten your seatbelt. Thank you for your attention.
So how are we all doing, guys? Feel free to say hi and what are you all up to this evening. And I want to say a big shout out to Stevie, who has completed our UK tour. He's the first person to complete it, even before me, to be fair. So well done, mate. There's some really good screenshots on there as well, and we may use some of them screenshots with your consent to add to some of the lives as well, if Stevie's okay with that. I'm not sure if he's joining us this evening, but we'll show you soon.
I've got your departure clearance report ready to copy. Ready,
so then,
right now,
engine 1's available, starting number 2.
Departure runway 22, it'll be a right turn heading 020 degrees, climbing altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, squawk 4314. Shout to departure T2, right turn heading 020 degrees, climb to altitude 4,000 feet, squawk 4314, right now 100 tango. Right now, 100 tango, correct.
Oh, nearly ran him over.
00 tango ready taxi. Right, 120 tango, stand by.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes set, clear to disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Right now, 19 Echo Uniform, runway 22, service winds 240 degrees, 11 knots, clear for takeoff. Runway 22, clear for takeoff, right now, 19 Echo Uniform.
So, flaps position 1.
Right now, 100 Tango, taxi to point Romeo 1, runway 22, via Juliet, Mike, Hotel, and Romeo. Romeo 22 by Juliet, Mike, Hotel, and Tango.
Stansted Tower, good evening, shuttle.
After start, anti-air's not required, the income status is checked, pitch trim 0.4, rudder trim is neutral.
Right is clear.
Requesting clearance with the applicant.
Shuttle 887, you're cleared
Flag
to
shores, full up.
link to Romeo
Pull
departure.
down.
Squawk 2276,
Neutral, full left.
and it'll be a new final level of
Full
flight level 70.
rudder.
Cleared to get Romeo departure, squawk 2276.
Cinema request our
cruise level
taxi.
flight level 70. Shuttle 887.
Shuttle 887, correct.
So request our taxi clearance. So we can probably expect that we're going to be Romeo 1 via Alpha and Hotel, I would imagine. Easy 4-5 Papa is ready for taxi.
45 Papa, stand by. So, good evening, Alpine 82, Hotel Echo, ILS22.
So I hope everyone's well. So it's a fairly short flight time to Nice at the minute, so 1 hour 41, which is quite a nice little flight to be fair. And apparently it's meant to be very pretty, so we'll certainly find that out on our approach into Nice.
Alpine 82,
I thought Nice was in Spain, to be fair.
Good evening, runway 22, service winds 240 degrees, 11 knots, clear to land. Get it on to Alpine 82, Hotel Echo. Ryanair 19 Echo uniform, contact London Control 118.480.
London Control 118.480, thank you very much. Ryanair 19 Echo uniform, good night.
Easy 45 Papa taxi Holland Point Sierra 1, runway 22 via Alpha Juliet, Charlie, Link Charlie, Hotel and Sierra.
Go to taxi Holland Point Sierra 1 via Alpha Juliet, Charlie 1, Holland Point Sierra 1. I think that was right.
Easy 45 Papa, just confirm it's Link Charlie onto Hotel and then on Sierra 1.
Apologies, yes, Link Charlie Hotel and then Sierra 1. Easy 45 Papa. So, Pirate released. So it's their first right. It's actually a little bit different clearance wise to what we thought. So we're going to Juliet, Charlie. I'd just like to type it in so I know where we're off to. Yeah, 1. So taxi, check with flight controls, check flap setting, config 1 plus F radar, predictive wind shear system on an auto. Engine mode selector is normal. Ecamo takeoff blue on the cabin. Right guys, hopefully just bring that speed back a touch. We'll just do a quick brake check, make sure everything's okay in that respect. There's a nice little EasyJet just incoming here. So we are in the older of the two liveries. Right, so next right here onto Juliet. This will be where Toby eye tracking will be very good. I know Gareth actually gave us a bit of a suggestion for eye tracking, which I keep saying I'm going to try, but just not got around to it yet, to be fair, mate. So continue taxi here, so until we get to Link Charlie. We've got the aircraft on our side.
Qatari 8084 Heavy with Kilo, Alpha to Milano, Malta please.
Qatari 8084 Stansted Tower, good evening, for aircraft type is Stansted.
Hey everyone, how are we doing, mate?
Aircraft type is Bravo 77 Lima, stand number 2.
We'll have a bit more of a chat once we get up in the air.
Qatari 8084, thank you. It's cleared to Milan on the Clapton to Echo departure. Squawk 5577 QH1015.
So just caution to this is the Ryanair to our left hand side.
To Echo departure, squawk 5577 QH1015, Qatari 8084.
Qatari 8084, correct.
Always does it on the turn. So just going to hold position and just make sure this Ryanair is...
Alpine 82 Hotel Echo, welcome to Stansted, taxi stand 14 via Lima, Juliet
It is
and
alright.
Alpha. Thank you, stand 14 via Lima, Juliet and Alpha, Alpine 82 Hotel Echo.
Fly out.
Sunset Golf Oscar Papa Mike 1300 from the west to land.
Golf Oscar Papa Lima Mike, Stansted Tower, good evening. Report right hand downward from runway 22.
Come and secure.
Join report the right downwind 22, Golf to Mike.
TCAS T8RA, max 12.
Easy 45 Papa, runway 22, correction, traffic is a light fixed wing aircraft joining on the downwind runway, on the right downwind runway 22. Runway 22, services 240 degrees, 11 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 22 and copy the traffic, easy 45 Papa. Landing lights on.
Shuttle 88.
So we've got the traffic on the radar.
Right, request pushing.
Line and checklist confirmed, runway 22, TCAS RA Packs 1 and 2 both off.
7, stand 83 right, push and start approved.
Make sure he's staying there, which he
Push
is.
and start, shuttle 88, sorry.
Right then, if we're happy, we'll do a rolling takeoff. So, thrust 50%. Takeoff. And flex 68 SRS runway.
Golf to Mike downwind, right hand to land.
Golf Oscar, correction, Golf Lima, Mike, Roger, report final, runway 22, number 1.
Number 1 for 22, report final, Golf to Mike.
B1. Rotate. Positive, climb, go up. Enough. Flap 0. Just climb, climb. AP1. Packs 1 and Pack 2 on.
Golf Lima, Mike, runway 22, service wind, correction, 240 degrees, 1 knot, clear to land.
Clear to land, 22, Golf to Mike.
Easy 45 Papa, contact London, 118.480, good night.
After London 118.480, easy 45 Papa night.
Bye, Skipper 807 Kilo, on the tune come, bye bye.
Bye bye, Skipper 807 Kilo.
Shamrock 60 Yankee, on the tune come, bye bye.
AP1.
Com 63 Yankee, take care.
London, good evening, easy 45 Papa, passing 2600 from Stansted.
H45 Papa, good evening, the other frequency is 120.025, bye bye.
120025, easy 45 Papa, apologies. That's what happens when you don't listen. 120025.
All stations, London is now closed, monitoring come on TG destinate, that's on the closed, monitoring come on TG destinate, bye bye.
London, good evening, easy 45 Papa, passing 3,900 feet.
Easy 45 Papa, London, hello, climb flight level 160.
Well, now 163, easy, now easy 45 Papa.
Runway 3235, turn left heading 240 degrees.
Ever climb 160.
Left 240, runway 3235. Right, there's someone else calling in.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened.
Runway 5 Sierra Foxtrot.
Switched off. We suggest you
Runway 5 Sierra Foxtrot, London, good evening.
Control, hello, version 2 to back.
So then everyone, how are we all doing this evening? Hope you're all well.
Version 26 Quebec, London, hello, Noka 2 hotel arrival. When ready, descend flight level 150 level at Socket.
So hopefully you're all well, and it's going to be a nice flight to be fair. It's obviously going to be a little bit dark by the time we get to Nice. Hopefully not too dark though. So 1 hour 40-minute flight, still very bright here in the UK at the minute.
8 Whiskey Oscar, just verify your direct comms from Charlie Papa Tango.
So has anyone bought the not Flyby, the FS Labs A320 Neo, A321 Neo? Has anyone bought that yet?
Yeah, confirm, affirm to Charlie Papa Tango, Tomjet 8, Whiskey.
Version 3009, climb flight level 180.
Oh, is it quite stormy over in Auckland, is it? Oh.
Was that 180?
You got all the rubbish weather. Our weather's been absolutely lovely the last few days. So. Hey Lewis, how you doing, mate?
Climb 180, Virgin 3009.
You see, I standard set. I personally don't think that I'm going to buy the FF Slabs. I'm going to wait for the Phoenix, I think, is the plan. It does look very good though. I've watched a few videos on it, to be fair, it's quite good. Pushing 10,000. Landing lights off.
EG648 London, hello.
Seatbelts off.
Roger, when ready, descend flight level 140.
So I've got a look to see what the company message is about. It's just the load sheet, nothing exciting.
Channel 79 Yankee, ready for collision start.
Channel 79 Yankee.
Yeah, I'm not too sure
Cruise face south.
with how I feel about it, to be fair. I feel like,
Control, leaving subject 910.
if I'm honest, I feel like I probably won't bother buying it. I think we'll just wait to see what Phoenix have in store for us. Especially with the fact that they have the advantage of the weather radar as well.
London Control, roger.
So we're just inbound Silver at the minute.
3235, resume our navigation direct Trent, descend flight level 100.
We may get a direct Midhurst, I'm not sure, but we'll see. See what they say.
Sierra Kilo,
to Sierra Kilo, you can free call on route, have a good one.
Free call on route, RT,
Avoid 270, leaving my sector, London Mills offline, continue with Unicom, have a good flight.
Unicom, thanks, bye, Antoid.
So I've already made about 3 mistakes with the call sign tonight. I just thought we'd mix it up a little bit and just have a completely different call sign.
Version 3009, just verify what point you're direct to at the moment.
Has anyone had much experience with the A350 as well? Because I know with the Neo, it's got the new radio panel, and I actually really like it, to be fair. And to be honest, it'll be good because it has like multiple panels in one.
Flight plan. So version 3009, you broke up there, just repeat.
It's got input as the next waypoint in the flight plan, version 3009.
I don't know if you're with us tonight, Steve, are you?
Basically missing everything in between. You should be far more north at this point, but we'll make it work for now.
Yeah, I think the flight plan had a bit of a meltdown as I lifted off version 3009.
Version 3009, roger, climb flight level 360.
Climb level 360, version 3009.
I am tempted with the A350, to be fair, just to have a little play with it, just to see what it's like, and do a long haul with it. But things are not really a long haul sort of person. I get a little bit bored, to be fair. I prefer the short haul hops. Like this is a fair flight, and I'm quite excited because it's near Monaco, so it should be quite enjoyable, really.
Manchester radar 118.580, right now 3235, good evening.
So once we get to Cowley, we'll be pretty much out of London's airspace for now. We'll have a little look across to see if there's any other areas that we're going in. So we may touch into Lyon approach very, very briefly. And like I say, then we'll be down to Nice.
Runner 19 Echo uniform, further climbs with Unicom.
Unicom, thanks, Runner 19 Echo uniform.
5 Yankee Lima, further climbs with Unicom.
To the Cam Unicom, for 5 Yankee Lima, from River Site.
Runner 5 Sierra Foxtrot, London North offline, continue with Unicom.
Unicom, 5 Sierra Foxtrot.
EG45 Papa, climb flight level 240.
I've been 240, EG45 Papa.
Tom 8 Whiskey Oscar, London South offline, continue with Unicom, have a good flight.
Over to Unicom, thanks ATC.
A350, good air place. Yeah, see, I would like to try, but obviously because I've got a lot...
Papa, you can route direct to Midhurst.
Route out Midhurst, EZ45 Papa. So, over to...
Papa, further climbers with Unicom, have a good flight.
Further climb with Unicom, and we'll have a good flight, EZ45 Papa, good night. So, over to Unicom now.
79 Yankee taxi, holding point Sierra 1, runway 33 Yankee, Echo and Sierra.
What I take of that is I can climb to what flight level I wish to fly onto. So we'll go up to our cruise now, 370. Okay, we can just go manage 370. We'll see how we go. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to try the 350. It's just a lot of money if I'm not really going to use it. If I'm honest, that's my sort of thinking with it. I would like to maybe do a little bit more with the A321. The A380 is a bit complicated for my liking, to be fair, but I don't think it was as fun to fly as like the smaller jets. To be fair, I think the smaller jets are more fun to fly. This is one of the reasons why I like the 319, to be fair, because it is quite a fun aircraft to fly. So then, what's everyone been up to this week? Has it been working, or anything exciting happening in everyone's lives this week? Unfortunately, nothing really exciting happened in my world. We've pretty much, wow, pretty much been at work all week, to be fair. So it's about as exciting as it's got. So I think Gareth is going to join us at some point tonight, he said, during our middle of our flight. If you're not already subscribed, feel free to give us a lovely subscriber. Nearly at the point of 200 followers, which I know is not a lot at all, really, but for the channel, it's quite an achievement, really. We've not really had any to this extent, considering there's not been much content as well. And if there's any other ideas you got for content, would you like some more reviews? I do plan to do a review with the next level rating flight cockpit, which I got behind me. We're going to do an in-depth review on that. And just talk you through some of the changes I've made. But I just wanted to make sure that to start with I'm really happy with it, which so far I am very happy with it. And basically then talk you through it from there. But that'll be the one of the new upcoming videos with regards to reviews. If you're thinking about buying this flight sim, I would say go for it. If you're not got many plans of expanding, I'd say get the cheaper one over the Pro one. Only reason why I actually bought the Pro one was just because I got it at such a good deal. Otherwise I would have settled with the other one. And notice Next Level Racing have also brought out a brand new Microsoft Flight Simulator 1, and it just looks marginally better. I wouldn't say it's anything worth shouting about. It has a bit of lumbar support, but to be honest, with these you have lumbar support anyway because you have the extra cushion that comes with it, so it works out alright anyway.
Lining up T7 left behind the departing cockpit.
Displays seem a little bit dark, don't they? Let's just brighten them up a little bit. I think it's just because there's quite a bit of lights.
Heathrow traffic shut like also taking off from 27 left Heathrow.
Yes, so we do have Sim Update 3. If I'm honest, I've not really followed much of Sim Update 3. I am going to have to risk it at some point, I think, but last time I used it, it completely broke the sim. I don't know if you guys have got any experience of Sim Update 3, but so yeah, Sim Update 3, I don't think it's fully released yet. It's still in the beta version at the minute, as far as I'm aware. Unless something's changed that I don't know about. I am hoping we get a little update from Phoenix soon as well, just with regards to what's going on with the development plan. Especially because there's going to be more pressure mounted on them now, especially with the Flight Sim Labs bringing out the Neo. There we go, we got Heathrow, we're just flying over the top of now. Don't know if you can. Don't know if you quite get a view of Heathrow there, but I think we've just gone past it, to be fair. It's a lovely day for flying, everything looks very smooth. Not seen you on here for a little while, Lewis. You've been busy, mate, I guess.
Heathrow traffic, speedboat 90 X-ray lining up runway 27 left behind the departing aircraft. November Bravo 3. Heathrow.
So then, guys, how are we all doing? We are actually using some add-on scenery from Just Flight, I think it's from. No, it's not from Just Flight. It's from Sim Marketplace anyway. It's the only scenery you can get for Nice. To be fair, it looks quite good as well. In the pictures I've seen, it does look quite stunning. Yeah, so we are still on the VATSIM network. Like I say, at the minute we have not connected to anything particularly. So thank you very much, guys, for following us so far and making the channel as good as it is. If you're not already joined with Discord, feel free to join us on Discord. The link's in the description below, and it's also on the channel name as well. Presuming you can still get into that and there's no more issues with it. So well, 2 more followers off, or 2 more subscribers off the 200 mark at the minute. So we're just about to fly out the bottom of England at the minute. We should see Gatwick somewhere near us, so it's over to our left side somewhere. See if we can spot Gatwick out here.
Delta 17, speedbird 710 Romeo.
And what's everyone's sort of experience as well with the use of Inibuild's software, but especially with like Inibuild's Gatwick? Is everyone happy with it? I've really liked it, to be fair. I think it's a really good piece of software.
Speedbird 710 Romeo, lining up runway 27 left.
Evening everyone, welcome. So we've got 12 of you on here at the minute, according to my screen. So sometimes there's a little bit of a delay between the two. So have you guys got any more ideas for other challenges to do? Now Steve's completed that one. Is there any other challenges you'd like us to do? Any other destinations you'd like us to fly to? Feel free to put that on there. How do you set the camera view? So what you need to do, unfortunately I can't do it whilst in flight, yours it'll disconnect me from VATSIM. So what you need to do, once you've downloaded that, if you actually look at the README document that's part of it, it does talk you through that quite easy. So on the README document, you'll see that each option relates to a camera view, and then once you go into Flight Sim, what will basically happen is it will have like load custom camera view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What you need to do is match them with then a button on your joystick or a button of some description, and you can do that within Sim. It works absolutely perfectly as well. Make sure that you've installed the camera file to the right place. The destination is on the README for it, but yeah, do ensure it's in the right place, because there is a couple of camera options. There's the default camera options, which you don't want, and then there's the custom camera views, which you can add in. I hope that helps you, Lewis. And that's the thing, guys, if you aren't with us on Discord, we do have quite a bit of downloadable content on Discord for you to download, including the camera views that Lewis has just mentioned. There's also some liveries and also some custom cabin packs as well. Oh, did I send you the link, Lewis? Or are you saying, do you want me to send you the link? So what I can... are you part of our Discord channel? Because if you are, there's a really easy way. What you need to do is go into Discord. Let me just... I'll navigate it on my phone a minute. So you need to go into Discord, and I think it's Aviation Hub, I think it's under. Fly with me, Aviation Hub. You go on there, and you scroll down a little bit. You will see custom camera views right at the bottom. There it is, and then there is a file within that you can click on and then download, and it has all the README and everything in it. That's probably the best way of doing it, to be fair, buddy. Alternatively, you can just go onto Flight Sim.to. There is plenty of options on there. There's a lot of people that have done custom camera views on there. So we're not quite at our cruise altitude yet. About another 38 miles now to the top of climb. And then we have 577 miles to run, so it's going to be about 10 o'clock roughly the time we're on the ground. We may get a couple of shortcuts as we go across, but we shall see how things progress as we go across. Evening everyone, I hope you're all well. There's quite a few of you with us now, so it's nice for you to join us. And if you prefer a bit of TikTok as well, we do have a TikTok channel. If I'm honest, I don't tend to upload much content to it. It tends to be more stream adverts, to be fair, but I am going to try and bring out a little bit more content on it with like some of our landings and takeoffs. The problem is you're limited to like a 3-minute video, which in this is very, very tricky to try and ascertain. So as you can see, we're in the older EasyJet livery. I think it's the 2004 livery. EasyJet don't actually have many 319s left. Most of them have been replaced with the Neos, the 320 Neo and the 321 Neos. But they're still such a lovely plane to fly. Such a lovely plane. We will try and do some more flights as well with some Jet 2 liveries as well. So we do have the sound pack for Jet 2, and we may also consider some Speedbird ones as well. We're hoping maybe in the next 1 to 2 years to have our own virtual airline up and running. Unfortunately at the minute I don't have the extra time to run the virtual airline until I get my university degree out the way with, which will be at the back end of this year. So roughly by December time this year we should be about all sorted. And then we have a lot more time for flight simming as well, which will be enjoyable for all of us. If you guys will be interested in VA. So which camera views depending on which aircraft you have. So they're all for the Phoenix. If once you download the file, you will notice they're labelled A319, 320 and 321. So it depends which Phoenix that you're applying it to, buddy. If you're not using the Phoenix, then it probably won't work. Yeah, so you want to, just look, it should be all labelled in the file anyway for the 319, and then you just want that one file, mate. So I'm going to have a quick look at the weather forecast and just see if there's any dodgy bits of weather on our routing today. I don't think there will be, because it's fairly nicer in this part of the world. So there's no turbulence high level. Excuse me. So we're going to have a little bit of turbulence around 12,000 feet. Shouldn't impact us too greatly because we're right on the edge of it. But I'll just briefly show you on Navigraph here, look. So yeah, at 12,000 feet there's a little bit of turbulence in the vicinities of things. So we're coming down here. This is the airport that we're flying at. We're doing an INAV approach as well, so it'll mean that it's basically a visual approach onto the runway at Nice, which will be a little bit exciting. It does a slight displaced threshold, as you can see there. Nothing too drastic though. I'll have a quick look actually for Nice at the procedures. We'll have a quick look at this. So visual guidance 3.2% on the left side of the airport. So we can have a quick look at the overview and the weather as well. See what it all recommends on here. Have a look at minimums as well. So we've got some high terrain to the north, so obviously we want to be avoiding that and coming back out over the water if we have any problems. Our approach charts, as I say, it's an RMP approach. I'm honest, I've not done an RMP approach for a long while. So once we get to this point here, it'll then be a visual onto the runway. Let's see, runway 23 left is on there. Let's have a quick look and make sure we've got the right. So, what, 2, 3 left. Like I say, a visual approach can also be done as well, if need be. So this will be the extra chart that we do need. We want 2 to the left. So this will be something we have to consider after landing as well. We can pop these waypoints in, to be fair, and get ourselves all prepared for the approach. We should be able to get the waypoints in there anyway. So it should be from Nanax. So it should be IN22 Zulu. Double check this is for the right runway as well. Have a quick look to make sure this all corresponds properly. That looks a little bit more realistic. So we're just making sure that we got our routing sorted for our landing. Like I said, it's the first time I've done an RMP approach, to be fair, so it's just on a different chart. That's what confused me. So we'll have to make sure we follow them restrictions and see how we get on. Lighting could be a little bit of an issue, but hopefully not too bad during this bit of the flight. How many miles we got left to run now then? Still working it out by the look of it. Something not right with this. What have I broken? So we've got about 400 miles left now to run. Not too long really. The other thing we need to do is just double check all our speeds as well. So it recommends the last turn's 160 knots, so we'll just make sure that's all been. So 160 knots. And we should be at, how many feet is it going to be? 95, so we should be 495 feet. So we're nearly at Ramsey. Oh, there we go. Sorry guys, I was a bit quiet. I was just but down here, I look like I'm looking at nothing, but I've got the MCDU down here. So it's just nice to have a good look at that. Clouds are looking lovely this evening. I must admit, that's one thing they've done well in this sim, is getting the clouds looking good. When you can consider what we used to have, the clouds are pretty beautiful really. So what's everyone up to this evening then? Anyone doing anything exciting? Say the wings are so settled tonight, so settled. Like I say, it'll be a little while yet until we're at our descent really. For some reason it's not giving me an ETA now, but I don't know why, but it's around 10 o'clock roughly. Local time. It's about another hour onto the flight. Let's see if it's Arnav Zulu 22 left, yes.
Soleil Automa 3, prise de piste 24 pour un départ immédiat.
We're here over mainland France at the minute. So guys, let's have a bit of a chinwag then. Let's get some conversation going. So we can pass the time a little bit over the next hour or so. Hope you're all doing fairly well. Hope you're enjoying the live streams. I do try and do as many as I can. It's a little bit difficult sometimes though. So Atsu, we just need to have a quick look to see. We've got a company message. So it's some easy operations and there's no delay code required. We pretty much left bang on time really. Took us a little while to get out taxiing, but that's all included in the blocks off time. Beautiful, beautiful sunset tonight. So, I don't know what time it gets dark over in that sort of direction. I wouldn't think it would be that dark yet. I'm looking forward to getting all the way there and down on the approach. I think it'll be quite enjoyable, to be fair. Would be nice if we did have some ATC online though. That would really complete things. That would. They're pretty much just flying over the whole of France, really. That's where we're at the minute. Obviously, we're at our cruise altitude now. We could maybe look at increasing speed a little bit. We've got an extra, I think it was... I don't know why we can't see the ETA. I don't know if it's... Then peeps, what's occurring? Let me have a quick... I'm going to just go onto Discord briefly as well. I'll have a quick look on there, see if there's anything I've missed on our channel. If I'm honest, I've not really looked at Discord very much over the last few days. Like I say, I've been on night shift, so difficult to catch up on everything. Are you flying currently then, Lewis? Have you got a flight ongoing at the minute, mate? So let's see if... Or just seeing if I've missed anything much. We are logged into Community Hub 1, so if you do want to chat with us, you can into the Community Hub 1 side. Just having a good look in the general chat, see if there's anything that's been missed there. Nothing really. Have a quick look through some of these pictures from lovely Stevie. Wow, it's a busy old airport at Gatwick where he was. Lots of other Wizz Air planes as well. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about Wizz Air. They do a very interesting scheme actually. With there's Buzz Airlines as well, so that's also known as Ryanair. Yeah, they do quite an interesting scheme, which basically it's a. Basically, what you do is you upload. You pay like a monthly subscription, sorry, and then you can fly to anywhere in their network. Actually, going to Amsterdam, are we? From Gatwick, lovely. I've not really flown to Gatwick very much, to be fair. Not recently, anyway. We need to do a few more flights from Gatwick. Probably could have flown from Gatwick today, but I just thought we would mix it up a little bit with Stansted. Especially now I've worked out how to get everything working. Sorry guys, I'm looking, I'm just reading through Facebook. We've had a big change at work. We're having a lot of, for those of you who don't know, I work for an NHS trust, and we're having a big rota review, and it's literally going to impact about 4,000 staff, so it's quite a big change to everything. So I'm just having to read through the comments just to see what people's thoughts and feelings are about it. What wing flight plan? How do you mean? As in the MCDU? I'm a bit confused what you mean, Lewis. Or do you mean Navigraph? I'm a little bit confused. Oh, nice one, mate. There you go, the blue stars, orange skies are coming. Nice views out. Let's see whereabouts we are in the world. I'm not very good with my locations there, France, but I'm sure we can work out somewhere near where we are. We've flown past Paris already. Thought it may do a direct Nissan. May give us a little bit extra. Nissan. There we go. So that should hopefully knock a few miles off. So about 250 miles till top of descent. It's got us, what, 301 miles. It will be a little bit more than the one that's on the screen, to be fair. So we're just over the halfway point now of the flight. What was to get to the next waypoint? This is when we'll be starting our descent quite drastically, really. And hopefully we'll get some nice views on our initial descent. Rest back a little bit and chill out a little bit. And in those of you, if you're looking at like sim pits and stuff, which some of you may be, some may not, because obviously they are not a cheap purchase. If you're under the illusion if it does actually change how you fly, it completely does. It feels completely different to desk flying. It really does. Even though nothing's really changed massively, it just feels completely different. With the fact that everything being fixed as well is quite nice because nothing moves. So that is quite a nice feature to it. So I've got about 160 miles and then we'll be starting our descent down into Nice. Hopefully we get a little bit of a view of Monaco on the approach. You may see a little bit of it. So I don't know how lit up it normally is, especially with it starting to lose a little bit of daylight now, aren't we? If those of you want me to bring the time back a little bit, I can do that. Would you sooner see the landing in the daylight or at night time? The choice is entirely up to you what you'd like to see. The only thing next really to do with the sim is we may be getting to monitor mounts. I don't know if any of you know of, like, so I keep looking. I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for a monitor mount that's on a monitor stand, should I say, that goes on the floor. It doesn't necessarily connect to the sim. That has either 2 dual screens and then an overhead screen. Not necessarily for a screen, but for an overhead is the plan with it. I think that would be quite a neat feature if we could achieve that. Whether we can achieve that, I don't really know. But it's something we'll have to look at in the future. Obviously, JavaSim have just brought out a new overhead. It's like a micro overhead. They also do the mini overhead, which, to be honest, for simming is absolutely fine. Most things that you need to do on there, you can do with it. But then that's where things start getting dangerous, because then you'll start thinking, oh, actually, I'll have a new throttle from Wing. I'll have a new pedestal, and that's where things get very expensive. And in which case, when you get to that point, you might as well just buy just a realistic A320 sim when you start going to that sort of silly money. Oh, excuse me, yawning already. It's because I was on nights last night, you see, so I'm reasonably awake, but it's a bit of a shock to the system. I need to be up early in the morning as well. Those of you as well that are fairly new to like YouTubing for flight sim, certainly recommend checking out EasyJet pilot Gavin Somerset. He's a lovely bloke. Doesn't live a million miles away from me, to be fair. And he also does some amazing content, a lot better content than what I do as well. He's a lovely, lovely bloke. Just going to see if Gareth's joining us this evening. I'm not sure if he is or not. Like I say, guys, if you're not already subscribed, feel free to give us a like, comment, subscribe. We are trying to hit that 200 mark is what we're trying to achieve at the minute. I'm not sure if we've actually achieved it yet, or if there's any more subscribers. No, it's still 198 at the minute. But if we can get to that 200 marks, that'll be a little bit of an achievement. Hope you guys are enjoying the webcam view as well. It's not something that I normally tend to, well, it's not something I thought I would do. I think going forward we will probably try and mount the camera so it's either on a post behind so you can see all the flight instruments. Is probably something that we'll do rather than just looking at my face. But hopefully it just changes things a little bit, gives you guys a bit of a different perspective, especially upon landing. Obviously you can see me with the stick then and see how much we're fighting with it. Right, we're progressing nicely. Keep going to look to see how far. Let's have a look at our progress. See if we can get a report for. So we should be at descent in 110 miles. So we're top of descent 110 miles at the minute. So what we need to do is actually need to put our destination information in. So we'll nip down to the performance page here. I'll briefly show you this. What we need to do is also get the cockpit nice and dark. Now we're starting to lose daylight over here, so we need to make sure the cockpit's obviously reasonably dark for our approach, just so we can concentrate properly. So what we're after then, we're after weather, aren't we? So weather for Nice at the minute. So it was updated 20 minutes ago. The wind is currently 070 at 3 knots, so really calm winds to be fair. 26 degrees Celsius, QNH 1015, so 1015 in the box. And temperature, what do we say, 26 degrees Celsius. It's very warm there at the minute. 070 at 3 knots. Transitional 065. And we'll have a quick look at our minimums. Barrow, which is position height for 352. Barrow, excuse me, approach with 131 and 126. So there we go, that's where we're at the minute. Like I say, we're not a million miles away now. We can start to see the destination. Granted, we are on like the highest setting there. So then, feel free to say hello, whoever's joined us tonight. It's 5v1, so feel free to say hi in the chat. Be nice to know what you're all up to this evening. Are you flying? Are you chilling out? What are you all up to? I know obviously Lewis is mid-flight over to Amsterdam. Or he's planning a flight to Amsterdam, should I say. So, Nistar. So, what we'll do, we'll do an initial descent, I think, down to flight level 200. Nice steady descent, doesn't need to be anything too drastic. We'll get some constraints in as well. So, we're just doing a nice steady descent down to flight level 200, and then we'll see what we can see. So, let's get the. Oh, hello, apologies, I just. So what we need to do, we need to get the cockpit fairly dark. A few ways that we can achieve that, to be fair, because we can get a few of the background lights on, which will make a little bit of a difference. Do the same with the cabin lights as well, we'll make sure they're nice and dark. Should be nice and dark in there now. Wonderful. And we'll do the same in this end, really. We could. Actually, we'll have our reading lights on. First off, I don't really need the console lights on. Everything can be seen that needs to be seen. Do the same on this side as well, which got. So I tend to put the integrated lighting on, and just tend to lower. There we go. So that's in a bit of a better position set up for our approach. Like I say, we're nearly there to be fair. We've got what? So your screen saying 175. It's going to be a little bit after that. So it's saying what? 2046. It's probably going to be more like 40 minutes time really. It's going to be about 10 o'clock. Oh, about half an hour then. Not much further at all really. So we could start descending now. We can go down to 34,000 feet and start that descent. We'll go managed speed as well. What we want to do is 34,000 really. So we go open descent. $500 feet a minute, nothing too drastic. And we can start that descent. So let's have a quick look, see what other sectors are online. So Russian sectors are online apparently. So inbound this car. So slightly different routing really to what amphotypic Sotox and yeah, that's fine, wonderful. We'll make sure that we've got the chart open as well, just so we know exactly what altitude we need to be at and what speed we need to be at as well. What we'll do is stay at flat, say at 260 knots at the minute. There's no reason for us to do anything with that. We can just about make out the end of the coastline, to be fair. Like I said, I've never flown here before, so I think after landing we need to hold position and then take so we can't turn right at that one, so into Bravo 3 ideally. We also need to have a look to see what requirements we have for our arrival performance. So I'll just refresh the meta on this. QNH 1015 to 120.03. So the wind's really calm, which should be lovely for us landing, to be fair. That's 58. So we can quite comfortably go with automate low for landing. That's something that we can definitely do. Get that brightness turned down a touch. So what we'll do is select automate low already. As you see, we've got the airport there. We've got an extended centre line on that runway as well. So if we decide that we can go visual approach, we'll go visual approach. The only problem with visual is the fact that it's now dark, really. So It's probably better for an RNAP approach, or RMP approach actually. So flight level 340, what we're going to do now, we're going to extend our descent to flight level 200 realistically. As you can see at the minute that's not acceptable where it's at. So at 200 we want to be amphibic. So at FedEx we want to be flight 200 by FedEx really. We can do it minus 1,200. We can also increase our speed a touch as well, up to 170 if need be. That'll still keep us on that nice fine approach. You see everything's looking very pretty at the minute. It's amazing how we've just gone, if we look out the window, how we've still got the daylight behind us. So unfortunately we're not going to see a great deal today. What we'll probably do is do a return leg though from this, from here. It may be that we might do it tomorrow. So I am on night shifts again tomorrow, so it just depends on that. If not, definitely at the weekend we can. Hey Alec mate, how we doing? Yeah, no problems mate. It's not a problem. Go. So, making our descent nicely now. Real nice descent, really. We are still connected to the VATSIM network, but obviously, as you know, there's not really much traffic about. There's a little bit of traffic, but nothing too drastic. There's a few aircraft on the ground at Nice. Like I said, I've never actually flown to Nice. I didn't realise it was as close as it was to Monaco, really. So, but how far we want to be, so the next waypoint after that we want to be, what is that? I can't quite see that next waypoint yet. We want to be at flight 160. They're at 30,000 roughly, just above 30,000. We're doing just short of 500 miles an hour at the moment. We've got a nice little tailwind as well, nice little cheeky 22 knot tailwind helping us along. Well, I don't know if anyone has seen Java Sim's lovely post this evening. So they have announced something quite interesting. So because everyone's needs are different, we have sized 4 overhead panels. So they've got an extra large one, which is the full size, complete size. A desktop overhead, which is just the large size, and the medium size, which is a mini overhead. And then the other one is the small overhead, which is the micro one, which they released the other day. So it'll be certainly interesting to see when that launches. Depending on the price of the larger one, so For full size, we apologise for the delay. It'll be launching the product largest detailed, and it may take 1 to 2 months. And I've also got the mini main instrument panel as well that's planned on coming out soon as well. So there's some exciting products coming from JavaSim. I don't personally have any JavaSim products to really give you much of an opinion on them. They seem a little bit quicker in producing them than Wing Wing do, if I'm honest, but it's because Wing Wing are trying to do multiple airliners. But it's certainly something we'll consider. It is fairly pricey. It's not as cheap as Wing Wing products, but I've heard good things about them from what I've seen. It'd be interesting to see if Wing Wing follow suit. So the mini MFD, so they've basically got the eCam and 2 screens, which are a smaller size than usual, obviously. That's something that they have been planning on bringing out for a little while. So, flight 160 will be the next waypoint. So, nothing too drastic there. So, first speed restriction is at Moss, which is at 250. Once we get to Moss, we should be at flight level 100. And then it's a fairly steep descent from there. Beautiful skyline tonight, though. See if there's anything much out over the left-hand side of us. Not a great deal, really, is there? Now it's dark. We're going to put Navan logo on. So what are we all up to then? Are you flying, Alec, or are you... I don't know if you're still in here with us at the minute, but... And how's your flight going, Lewis? Are you nearly down? What's the plan with it? So we'll start slowing ourselves down shortly. Got about 100 miles left to run. We'll activate the landing system as well. I don't know why I always click on it. I can just literally press it on the buttons there. Could go direct Mus as well, so fly level 100 by Mus really. So we're on track for where we need to be. So guys, if you're not already subscribed, feel free to give us a nice subscribe. If you're watching it on playback, then welcome to the channel. Feel free to give us a subscribe. We're nearly at the point of 200, which isn't a lot really, but it's a big achievement for me though, personally, to be fair. I've never had a channel with this many followers, in fairness. First real YouTube channel I've had, in all honesty. I did have obviously a previous channel that had a bit of a rebrand. Apologies guys, we're a little bit quiet tonight, to be fair. I need the conversation though, I need plenty of comments and conversation to sort of keep me stimulated really. I don't want to just sit there talking at you for like 2 hours straight. We're nearly at that 2 hour point now, to be fair. So we're just approaching 20,000 feet. Like I say, it's a fairly steady descent, 1,300 feet a minute at the minute. That will increase quite rapidly as we make quite a steep descent down for our destination airport. Nice traffic, easy 45 Papa inbound at Musa. Expecting ILS runway, sorry, RMP approach runway 22 left. Sure, just hoping I got the right waypoint there. Just Mus, literally Mus. There is one aircraft inbound by the look of it. It's on the approach as we speak. There's not many other aircraft around the vicinity, there's a couple on the ground. So pretty much Mus to Sotox, straight line. And then at Sotox we want to be at 3,800 feet is the plan. So like I said, maybe we actually start that descent a little bit earlier. We should be in about the right line, so we'll go to flight level 100 at the minute. Problem is we don't want to get too low because we've got some high terrain on the other side of the airport at around 3,000 feet. So. And then yawning again. So just having a quick look through rotor review stuff for work. Nothing too exciting really. So we're in time for. So we're nearly at Tipping. So we're going to reduce to 8,000 feet. We'll increase the rate of descent as well. It's just a nice steady descent really, more than anything. Nice lovely night for flying. What we may do is actually go direct Mus. Easy 45 Papa direct Mus. Descending flight level 80. For the RMP approach, runway 22 left. So then guys, let's see how. We need to do a dual flight again with a few of you. So if any of you want to do a flight alongside each other, they're really good fun actually. Me and Gareth have done them a few times. Really good fun. So if you want to do a flight together, feel free to drop me a DM or just pop it in one of the group chats in Discord, and then we can certainly arrange that, I'm sure. So it will just be this one flight for this evening, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not as bad as my landings the other day. Though they were a little bit blustery, weren't they? So it's looking a little bit more pretty down here. One thing they've done very well is all the lighting in cities and stuff. Don't get me wrong, it still looks a little bit off. It's not too bad, is it? For a simulator, it's very good. So hopefully we should get a visual of the runway, or the airport to be fair. Like I say, I've never flown here before, so I know it's right on the coastline, the airport is, so a little way to go. It could be a little bit further up the coast to be fair, or just tucked in around the corner, but we'll see how it goes. What we'll probably end up doing is manual flight in it anyway. So flight level 100, so we want to be at, the SOTOX we want to be at 5,000 feet, Nanax at 3,000, so let's descend to 4,000. Make that level at SOTOX, so about, we go for about there. So we're going to put the seatbelt signs on now, and we're going to get ready for the landing lights very shortly as well. The cabin looks very dark as well this evening. If you wonder where all the passengers are, it's just because it's a bit of a thing. So if you, it's to save on your VRAM really. So if you open the door, and I look in here, well now I have passengers in here with us. But yeah, so we've got the night lighting out at the minute. So we're at 11,000 feet now. Let's say we're making that left hand turn down towards Suffolk. We'll just shut that door again though. So that's the cabin crew preparing the cabin for landing. We're going to get the landing lights on now. Just approaching 10,000 feet. Let's see, we now got some.
So please put your bags and laptops away. Fasten your seatbelt. Close your seat table. Put the armrest down and open the window blinds.
Nice traffic, easy 45 Papa inbound Sotox. Descending to flight level 40 to level by Sotox. So we're going to reduce our speed back now as well. It's around 240 knots. Nice steady rate of descent, so 10,000 feet. Going to arm the spoilers as well while landing. And then we'll get ourselves down on the ground, hopefully. You see it's got darker here now as well. Hopefully you guys can see me okay and it's not too bad. We should just about be able to see the lighting from the joystick anyway. So that speed's coming back nicely. So we've just got a view now of the airport. I don't know if you can just quite make it out. So it's just over here, look. Or am I going blind? I don't think that actually is the airport. No, it is the airport. It's there, look. Oh. So yeah, there's the airport. So basically we're going to come on a loop round the other side. You can just see the lights actually here. Monaco's a little bit further up, but it's all very, very close. I'm going to bring the range in a touch now as well. Like I said, it's a fairly nice steady rate of descent really. About 8 minutes or so we should be on the ground. So loads of comments about our road to review at work, that's for sure. Right then, let's start concentrating then. What we need to do is get ourselves in a position for pedals. Let's get ourselves all strapped in. Very, very different. So we've got another aircraft below us actually. Can you just make that out? We need to have a quick look at him and make sure he's not going to be of conflict to us. So he is also coming into the same airport. Looks like he's going through the wrong runway though. East traffic, easy 45 Papa is inbound Sotox. Descending flight level 40, expecting runway 23 left for landing. 22 left, apologies. So we've got an aircraft, don't know if you can just pick him out. Don't know whereabouts he's flying in the minute, so he's inbound the same destination, so that's obviously a little bit of a risk for us. But we'll just keep an eye on him and see what he's up to. It's a DHL plane. What we could probably do actually, it could be he is going for 2-2 left. It maybe he's doing a slightly different approach. We'll just have to see what the crack is with that. We'll have a quick look as well at the weather again, see if anything's changed. Hey up Kyle, how we doing mate? Just in time buddy. It's QNH1015. Just having a quick look at the weather, nothing's changed there, 26 degrees still. No 80s obviously at the moment. So it looks like he's going for a landing no matter what. So we just need to be cautious of this on landing. That this guy is not following the correct procedures. He should be on the ground though until the time that we get round here. To be fair, we can go inbound NATAX. We can descend now to 3,000.
East traffic, looked at the direction of about 420 runway, no 4 left.
So we're descending to 3,000 feet. We'll reduce speed now to 220 knots. So he's going for 04 left, which I'm a little bit confused about because for as far as I can see the active runway is runway 22 left. That's what this is all saying about the airport at the minute. Yeah, that is the active that's in use. He's chosen the wrong active. It could be he's flying at a different time of day, which is the reason why the active's wrong. It's okay. He's just about on the ground, to be fair. So, unless you guys can see any different, that the active is that. Just trying to see if we can get a visual of the runway there. Oh, it's just alongside there, look. So 3,000 feet initially. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the approach chart. So max 240 knots, then 200 knots. So we can bring us speed back nicely to 200. What we'll do is we're going to put flaps out to position 1. Not that you'll be able to see much of that, to be fair, but. Iron 22. So then we want to be down to 2,000 feet. Niche traffic easy. 45 Papa. Inbound Foxtrot 22 Lima Zulu. Descending 2,000 feet. ILS runway 22 left. So, approach checklist, Barrow 1015, seatbelt on, minimums at 352 Barrow, auto brake setting is low and engine mode selector is norm. Checked. We'll get the gear down in a second. So max speed of that last turn is 160 knots, so we can quite easily come back to 180. We'll get the gear down. I'm going to descend to 1,500 feet.
East traffic left about 12 November, vacated runway 04 left.
He's out the way. So clear down 3 green. Flaps 2. So Foxtrot approach. So reduce speed down 160 knots. We'll just make sure the approach is armed, which it is, on a Zulu 22 left, confirmed. Hey Paulo, how we doing, mate? Hello, Paulo. So, Glycet Star and Lockstar. Flaps 3. Speed check flaps full. No, I'm not a real world pilot, buddy. Manual flight. Manage speed. So we've got the aircraft in the airport in sight.
1,000.
Checked. So landing checklist, go around altitude 3,000 is set. Cabin crew advised and cabin's ready. You can remember landing no blue.
100 above. 4.
So we're a bit low.
Minimum.
Too low. Terrain.
Speed.
Too low. Terrain.
Continue.
Too low. Terrain.
Pretty poor RMP approach just because I went on the localizer for some reason. So manual flights. Flight director off.
Slow. Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
40.
Don't sink.
30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Oh, that was pretty rough. Transponders. Reverse screen, brake low, detail. Traffic easy. 45 Papa vacating right onto Bravo. Manual braking confirmed. And that's off. Flaps retract, spoilers retract.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Electronic devices can now be used. Have a look around you to make sure you take everything with you. Be careful when you open the lockers as items may have moved. Smoking is not allowed until you're in a smoking area. Thank you for flying with us today. We look forward to welcoming you on board again soon.
So then, after the landing checklist, radar predicted wind system is off after landing complete. So then guys, let's work out how we're going to tax ourselves to stun. So we're up, or whiskey actually, not Bravo, sorry. So we're going to continue whiskey, so Bravo 1. Needs traffic easy, 4-5 Papa, taxiing to stand 2-2 via whiskey Bravo 1, uniform Charlie, and stand 22. So continue approach, nothing on the left hand side of the aircraft, nothing on the right. Yeah, it's pretty appalling landing really. That was not a good landing. I think the problem was I was on with the localizer for some reason. And not on the RMP, which is what set us up for a bit of a fail because we was too was on the inner radio, really. And then it was quite low on the approach, which has sort of led us to struggle a little bit more. So, going to continue up here at the minute. There's another aircraft in the vicinity at the minute, so it should be okay here. Next round to uniform and then Charlie. Said stand 22, we said, didn't we? That we'd have. So that's off the threshold here. Charlie 22. Okay, we'll change that then. We're going to go to... Maybe we could have a follow me actually. Maybe beneficial. Just trying to remember which stand I selected now. C18. There we go. 18C. There we go. Oh, hello. What happens when you sometimes when you click and oh, there we go, there's our follow me. So we'll just follow me car and see where we end up. Yeah, so welcome Paolo. If you're new to the channel, mate, welcome. Feel free to give us a like, comment, subscribe. We're nearly at 200, so that'd be much appreciated if you can. We do fairly regular streams, mate, if you're new to us, which you said you are, so some are better than others, don't get me wrong. I'm not a pro at flying, not gonna lie. Since moving to this new setup, I wouldn't say I'm quite as good as I was when I was on the desk, but it's all just because we're still adjusting to everything at the minute, really. So next left here on to Delta. There's no other traffic about you, as I would have announced again the change of taxi routing. I don't know if we got the APU running, did we? Nope. So we're in post 2 minutes post landing. It's obviously where these stairs are is where we want to be. Just make sure we slow ourselves down nicely. Yeah, that's it. Pocket brake sets. Just wait for the APU to be available. Once the APU is available, we can cut engines. Factor lights can come off though, so we don't blind him. So APU is available. Engine master, turn one off. So that is us on stand. Look forward to doing this routine in the daytime, to be fair. I think it'll probably be a little bit nicer. It looks beautiful though, doesn't it? The scenery looks absolutely magnificent. It's really, really good. External power connected, and we'll bring the APU off. APU off.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Oh, no, that's it. That's the APU spooling down that we can hear. So then, parking checklist. Parking brake, your chocks, set engines off, wing lights off, and fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist complete. So we're just waiting for everyone to get off now. So guys, thank you very much for joining us for this fairly short flight. A couple of hours stream, isn't it? Yeah, it was a very, very poor landing, wasn't it, everyone? Very, very poor, mate. Yeah, it probably should have warranted a go around, in fairness, mate. I don't disagree with you there. If I had a little bit more time, then I probably would have done a go around, but I really wanted to get it down on the ground this evening. But it wasn't too bad. It was just a little bit hard, to be fair. I've had much harder approaches, so it was just very unstable, wasn't it? I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you noticed that it applied the localizer, so it started turning us left a lot quicker than it should have done. That's my bad, just habit for ILS landings, really. So I should have just followed the RMP approach, disconnected, and then just steadily slowed ourselves down. And we'd have probably got a nicer approach from it as well. At least we know for next time. Like I said, it's the first time flying here, so sometimes things don't go as well as they should. Yeah, no worries, Apollo, mate. Welcome. Feel free to join us back. If you would like to join our Discord channel, mate, feel free. And then you'll get notifications for all the upcoming streams as well. Generally speaking, I do streams most weekends. Just depends on work, mate. Sometimes in the week we do quite a few midweek ones. Generally evening time, in fairness. But yeah, feel free to join Discord, and there's also some downloadable content on there for you as well to enjoy. So take care and bye for now. Right guys, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again in another live stream. Hope you have a lovely evening, and hopefully we'll see you either tomorrow or the day after. I'm not quite sure, but I'll keep you guys all up to date as usual.